Hello, welcome to the weather update. It is 10 o'clock and another brutal day. However, on the South Shore, by the evening, it wasn't bad at all. But only on the South Shore are you feeling that breeze. Right now, you can see not many clouds around. Today, we had just some scattered, puffy cumulus. But I do want to roll this back to let's go to a, maybe 60 frames should show us. Yeah, you can see all the haze in the air. Look at that haze there. That's all smoke. I think it's wildfire smoke or something. But the sky was very hazy. We did have some pop-up cumulus clouds here and there. So despite all the sun, the sky was really just very hazy today. You can see all that haze. Look at that in the air there. And if I actually move this back even more, to let's go 180 frames so we can actually look at the morning. You'll see here, look at all that haze there again. So you can see really bad air quality today across the area. That is a sea breeze front there you saw moving along across the middle of the island, but it really didn't bring much relief. It brought relief to the South Shore. That's for sure, but not in our area. So looking at the current temperatures, you can see on the South Shore, it's not too bad, actually. You got upper 70s and low 80s with a sea breeze. You can see 79 there in Merrick. And 80, actually, it's reporting 80 in Carl Place, but here's the thing. In the alley, it is unbelievable. This is what it is in the alley right now. 86 degrees in the alley.
I hate this place!
It's just unbelievable how hot it is in here. And even though I put a second air conditioner, I don't know. I mean, right now, I got it at 75. I mean, the AC's been blasting all day on high, and it can only get it down to 75 in here. So, yeah, it's just very, very hot. All I could say. My sentiments exactly. I really do hate this place. I got to get out of here. It's hell. It really is hell. But you see 78 at Melville, dew point is 71. So, yeah, more of a sea breeze tonight. So it is cooler in a lot of areas. 81. It's frustrating because there is a breeze out there. But I can't get any of it. There's no... that AC, I'm worried it's going to just, like, break because it's just in such, and it was over 100 in the alley. I mean, I mean, how do you get away with... All right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't rant. 81 degrees right now being reported at Islip. Dew point 72. So it is warm for the night. But you can see if you're on the South Shore, though, 78 in Blue Point. And a nice breeze, too, there. So you get a nice breeze on the South Shore. But in the middle of the island, not quite as much, but especially in that alley from hell. Yow! It's so hot there. Just like I say, 89 at LaGuardia, 87 at Central Park, and just brutal in the city. And this is what I have outside my window. So it's basically I'm living in the middle of the city here in my neighborhood. It's horrible. I can't survive. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's making me sick. One of my viewers commented on my other weather update. I sounded sick. Yeah, because I gotta have it cool. It's too hot in here. Look at New Jersey here. Newark reporting 91. Let's see if it's cooled down in Toms River. It has, actually. 79 at the Miller Air Park, or that's Berkeley Township. But, yeah, so let's go look at... And it's very humid across the area, but it's definitely more of a breeze today. So it felt more tolerable. And like I said, on the South Shore, it was very, very pleasant as I watched the sunset here. As you can see that hazy sunset there. This is from Belmore there. Look at that. Again, you can get a view like that at the train station on the South Shore. And there was a decent breeze. It wasn't too bad at all out there. Here's another look at that sunset there. Sun going down there, and you can see all the haze. That is all smoke, I believe. I thought that was clouds, but then when I saw the sun setting, I realized, hey, that's not clouds. That's actually smoke that you're seeing. So, yeah, wildfire smoke. Yeah. So let's look at the high temperatures today. And you can see everybody pretty much reached the mid-90s everywhere. 98 in Carl Place. That might be a little suspect. Let's see. We had 98 reported at Dix Hills. We'll go by the airports. 95. Probably so most areas of Long Island got to around 95 degrees. But you notice right on the South Shore, 89 in Blue Point. So Blue Point, again, avoiding the heat. If you're right on the water, you will avoid the heat. You've got to be literally right on the water, though. All right. 95 at Manorville, 91 at Gabreski Airport for a high. So everybody in the 90s, but if you notice the East End avoided the 90s, it looks like they dealt with some upper 80s for the most part. 89 Montauk, which is still pretty damn hot if you think about it. And let's go look at the city right now. 93 for a high at Central Park, 97 at LaGuardia, 95 at JFK. It looks like Newark got up to 100 degrees today, and that might be a record. I'm going to have to check. But yeah, New Jersey, again, look at all those hundreds in New Jersey there. So how am I supposed to survive in New Jersey? It's even hotter there. 100 degrees in Toms River today. That site reported 100 degrees. Berkeley Township got up to 98 degrees. So, yeah, a little hotter there than here. For sure, upper 90s, close to 100 degrees in Jersey. And that's with the humidity to boot throughout the day. So we're going to look at some more observations today. And you'll see here that, yeah, it was pretty hot today. Islip, or look at Islip, and you'll see here. They were in the mid-90s much of the day. And you can see there was no sea breeze for a good part. And then the sea breeze started slowly in the afternoon, and it slowly started bringing the temperatures down. But the dew points did go up a little bit as a result of that. But it was still better with that sea breeze. It definitely caused some air movement and stuff, and it's just, it definitely helped even at Islip, which is definitely, Islip Airport's toward the South Shore, but it's, more or less in the middle of the island, I guess you could say. The only areas, like I said, that's really sore a decent day and avoided that is, again, let's look at that blue point, boys, 78 right now. They didn't even have to deal with 90 degrees today. They are so lucky and spoiled. Yeah, they're only in the mid to upper 80s. That was it most of the day with a sea breeze. Real nice. It's the place to be. Whereas the middle is a desert. It is a desert in so many ways than one. Let's look at West Gilgo. We're at 77. So if you're at West Gilgo today, let's see what kind of day you had today. And I'm sure it was really much better than, look at that. So they were in the 80s, but only made it to the mid-80s. That was it. And they were in the 70s by 7 o'clock. So that's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. Well, you compare it to the other extreme. Let's go to Berkeley Township now. At least it cools off. I will say this about New Jersey. At least it cools off at night. Can't say that for where I live now. So actually where I live now is actually hotter than Toms River in some ways because of that. It really is. In some ways. So let's see what we have here. So you can see they were look at how hot they were compared to us. So they were much hotter during the day. Look at that. Mid and upper 90s throughout much of the day there. That's absolutely brutal. But it does cool off at night. That's the thing. It does cool off because it is not a built-up area, and so it cools off at night. However, again, if you looked at the temperature in Mineola, you say, all right, it's 80. That's not that bad. 80 also in Levittown, but it's the alley. This is not so much a Mineola issue as it is a just this alley. How do you build something and not have cross ventilation out? I just don't understand that. This is what happens when you live in a 100-year-old building. They didn't think of those things back then. And I hate the heat, and it's just too hot in here. It's too hot. Actually, there's a single-bedroom apartment across from me, and they have two air conditioners. Two. These apartments are very small. You shouldn't need two air conditioners. But it's just a huge amount of money keeping this place cool because, again, honestly, I don't think any apartment should face an alley. I think that should be illegal. You got to have some cross ventilation. That's just my opinion. But all right, I'm sorry I'm ranting, but I'm sitting here hot. All right, so even with the air conditioner on, the fan blowing on, we're going up to 76 degrees in here, and I got the AC going full blast. So anyway, I need like around 70, 72 degrees to be comfortable in here. But hey, I guess it's better than 86 degrees outside. So let's go to the Wonder Map. I'm sorry I'm complaining. I apologize. I really do. It's too hot in here. I just can't. I don't do well in the heat. It makes me sick. I need it cool. I need to live somewhere where there's a refreshing breeze outside and where I can open my window and get a breeze and where the air conditioner gets the air conditioner is literally sitting on a hot alley all day. I hope the air conditioner can make it. That's all I can say. I'm worried about it. But anyway, you can see on the South Shore right now, temperature is upper 70s. As you work away to the middle, it's definitely warmer with low 80s. And it just feels a lot worse because there just isn't a breeze here. It was delightful on the South Shore. I'll have a video for you later of that. But you can see upper 70s again. And like I said, if you were on the South Shore, sitting pretty in, let's say, South Belmore, for instance, you would be, all right, they got up to 91, which isn't that bad, but look at when the sea breeze came in. Look at that, 2 o'clock, temperature went from near 90 down into the mid-80s. That was your sea breeze right there. All right, so it definitely knocked it down, and it really, it cooled them off. But if you go up here, you'll see here in Mineola that we never got that. And it was much, much worse here. So 96 degrees here for a high, and you can see we never really got that. It's too hot. It's too hot here. It's too damn hot. I need to live on the South Shore. This is a matter of survival. I don't care what a certain demographic says. This is a matter of survival. It's only going to get hotter as the climate warms. You want on the South Shore, it's much cooler, Much cooler. Let's go out east to the Pine Barrens and see how they did out there. I'm sure it was hot in our Pine Barrens as well. Take a look at this site. I like covering all those. We'll take a look and see if any records are broken. So they got up to, actually, it's not that bad, even out east. 91.8. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. If you're out east, it's not as bad, even if you're in the middle of the island. But the middle of Nassau, my God, it's brutal. Even if you're in North Patchogue, I mean, one of my viewers, I used to have a viewer, I don't know if he still watched the video from, I think he's this station here, and he was saying how it's much hotter there. Yeah, he got up to 95, so it was much hotter there versus Blue Point. That's a big difference there, but at least he has cooled off now to 79. It's better than 86, what I'm dealing with here in the hot hell of alley of Mineola. Yeah, you can see. Anyway, let's see if any records were broken, and then we'll get to the models here. And you can see it's still 87 in the city right now. I don't know if there were any records broken today. We'll have to see. I don't see any. There is a briefing, so we'll have to go to that. There's a briefing about the storms. All right, Newark, New Jersey, reached 100 for the 100th time since records been kept, dating back to 1931. So I guess it was not a record. I'm guessing it was not. Let's go and we'll take a look and see if it was a record or not. They're not bringing up any records, so we'll just take a look and see if there were any records broken today. Nope, not 95 is not a record for Islip. JFK, not a record. What about Newark? 100, that's not a record. That's not a record. They actually was 101 was the record for the day, so they couldn't quite break it. But that's pretty hot, I gotta say. So let's take a look and see what we have in the next weather system that we have to deal with here. We're going to mainly focus on the northeast here as we deal with this next dry front moving through. I call it dry front because it's not really going to bring an end to the heat. It's only going to lower the dew points. As we head, this is your Thursday here, and you can see this dry front, very unimpressive here. It's just drawing very widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. This is anywhere between like after 2, 3 o'clock to around probably 7 o'clock is when it looks like the main threat will be for any showers and thunderstorms, despite the V-shape here. And that's showing a V-shape in the isobars. The reason why is because you don't really have that many drastically different air masses. However, a word of caution here, in the Midwest, dry fronts are notorious for causing severe thunderstorms. Sometimes the air is not cold behind it. It's just a difference in the dew points because drier air is heavier, and it will cause lift in the atmosphere when it collides with the more humid air. So we'll have to watch that. And then after that moves away, we're back into the heat and sunshine for Friday. Though it is showing some widely scattered shower and thunderstorm activity, perhaps just from the heat of the day or a little instability there up mostly to our north. All right. And the models generally just don't show a whole lot with this line. We'll go to the NAM now, and we have enough of the 0Z NAM to look at this and see what this does. And you can see it's showing something around, again, that 2, 3 o'clock time frame. We'll have to keep an eye. The models may be underdoing it because that V is, when you see that in the atmosphere, that is a favorable situation for a thunderstorm activity. And there is one model out here that is an outlier, and that is the HDR PS that is actually predicting, at least the last time I looked at it. This is the 18Z run. And you can see, look at what the 18Z is doing. Right around 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, we get nailed. And quick look at the radar here again. So this is substantial thunderstorms here. Activity in Ohio. So this is what we have to watch out for tomorrow. I definitely would keep pay close attention to the radar because I think we could have a potential for some good thunderstorms tomorrow, and I got to be
This
ready.
is only one model. All right?
To find a
Just keep
place
that
to
in
watch
mind.
them.
All right. And let me go back to the HRRR, and we'll show you again this front. So we're going to go look at the dew points here. And you will see here that as we look at the dew points, you'll notice southerly flow tomorrow, all right? So dew points are probably going to be a little higher than today, all right? Then here comes this dry front. Here we are. You notice dew points down into the low 60s and even some upper 50s. That's a significant difference. That's enough to spark some thunderstorms. And you see that dry air already try to work into Nassau County. Here we are as we get toward later in the evening, and you can see the winds go southwest and then more westerly. And it's a little bit of a battle, but eventually the dry air does get in here for Friday. And we have dew points down into the possibly upper 50s and low 60s. You think, oh, great, that's a nice front there. But we have a west wind. There won't be a sea breeze, maybe right on the south shore. And then when we look at the temperatures, it's going to be hot because of that west wind. We're going to be dealing with mid-90s again. Pops up in 90s in Jersey. So it's going to be hot, but not as humid, but just as hot as it's been today. Now, as far as tomorrow goes, we might get a little bit of a break. I think we see 90 or better in Nassau County. And especially if the winds go westerly behind those storms, then it'll actually shoot up. So if we do get a thunderstorm, it'll actually be worse after the thunderstorm when the front comes through. The temperature, the winds are going to shift to the west, and the temperatures are going to shoot up. And it looks like it does have it shooting up into the 90s in Nassau County, perhaps later in the afternoon and evening. If you're out in Suffolk County, you might avoid 90 degrees, but I think you get well into the 80s. So if we don't see 90 at Islip, then it's not really a heat wave per se, but the city will definitely reach 90. So that's a heat wave for the city. And then as we get, again, into Friday, look at that with the killer west wind there. Though it does look like it's generating some kind of sea breeze in the afternoon. But again, sea breeze, you're just going to be on the South Shore. In here in the hell that is the middle of the isle, particularly central Nassau County, it's going to be like hell. All right. So it's just, it's the way it is. All right. So let's go now to the, the Storm Prediction Center. That will be our next stop on this weather update. And we'll see what they have for tomorrow here. Let's go to the Day 2 convective outlook. And it looks like it's got us in a marginal risk for Long Island. And you'll see just to our north, there's a slight risk. So we'll have to keep that threat. It looks like it's less of a threat over Jersey, oddly enough. But we're going to have to keep that in mind. All right, as we head into tomorrow. And it's hard to say what's going to happen until the day gets going. All right, it's very hard to say. All right. So let's go to the GFS now, and this is the GFS, and you can see, again, that westerly wind pushing the heat. This is actually as of 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and it's got 90s over Nassau, so tomorrow night could be very warm. Temperatures shoot up, actually. Here we go. So here's tomorrow, and you can see, look at how hot it is in Jersey, so that heat is going to get pushed into Long Island when the winds go to the west tomorrow night. And then probably won't get that cool tomorrow night. Probably won't see, probably 70s and probably above 80 in the alley. And then Friday, here we go, right into that heat again. But again, you'll notice here the dew points are lower, all right? Westerly winds, that's the only good thing about the westerly winds. We keep those westerly winds Saturday and eventually maybe a little bit of a sea breeze. You see the dew points trying to maybe go up a little bit, but not that high. But don't let it fool you because it's going to be hot again. We're going to be well into the 90s again. Mid-90s, 100 possible, again in Jersey. I think Jersey's going to see 100, I think. Newark, I think, is going to see 100 for at least, it could be 3 days in a row at least, perhaps. All right? So move this back to dew points here. And as we go into Sunday, I think we see more of a stronger southerly flow, which is a good thing for us. See more of a south-southwest flow, which means more of a sea breeze, especially on the south shore. It will be better, but for us inland, yeah, we're still going to be dealing with 90s. It's still going to be hot. Mid-90s, again, for much of Long Island, and again, possibly 100 in Jersey. And then we have to wait till Monday, finally start seeing some relief with this front coming in. But, I mean, this is going to be one hell of a heat wave to deal with, the worst heat wave since I've moved here. After this, going through this heat wave, I think I'm going to realize that this place is unlivable because it's just too damn hot here. I can't take it. Even with the air conditioner. I have to get a second air conditioner, but then I can't open my window. So, I mean, and then I could blow the circuit breaker on 2 air conditioners. I don't know. Well, they have it across the way, so maybe a small one wouldn't blow it. I don't know, but it's horrible. But anyway, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough.
So let's go to the skies. Obviously, who cares about that, right? But let's go to it right now, and you'll see here's Thursday, and you'll see tomorrow. We'll definitely see some more in the way of clouds, especially with those pop-up showers and thunderstorms. There'll be some cirrus, and will still be sun, of course. And then for Friday, we'll have sun, and then maybe these clouds come in and bring some instability. But then you see Saturday, just hazy sunshine. So plenty of sun, but it's going to be hazy as we head right through into Sunday there. And if we go look at the GFS here, you'll see your Sunday features. Also sunshine and maybe, we'll have plenty of sun on Sunday, which will make us hot. But then as we get toward Monday, here comes that next front that comes through. I'm not going to go by the cloud forecast that far out on a GFS. But, yeah, we're dealing with, this is going to be one hell of a heat wave for sure. Worst one since I've been living here. And I realize it's just too damn hot. That alley is just, let me draw out what it is, all right? So some of you may not understand what it is, all right? So we will actually draw it out for you. So let me go to the MODIS satellite so we can look at, again, maybe this shows some of the wildfire smoke here. Look at that. There it is. It shows up very well. So there's all that wildfire smoke from Canada. We got a lot of wildfires going on in Canada right now. Look at that. So look at this huge, this is a storm, but this is going well to the north. If you're in the Great Lakes, you might be getting some relief, but other than that. But anyway, let me draw out. We could just get something to draw out on. It would be good, like maybe a blank photo or something, or actually I could just take this off. That's fine. We could draw it out here. So, got a black screen here. I'll get my paint thing going, and I'll show you why it's so damn hot where I live. And then we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, we use brown. That's fine. All right. So, you have two buildings. They're joined. So, it's joined on the south and the north. So, it's joined. You have this little opening right here. All right. Sort of like this. All right. So they're joined on both sides. The only opening is at the top, all right? So there's an apartment here, and there's an apartment here, all right? All the windows face the alley, all right? Bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen, all right? So you don't have any air circulation. I don't know how places like this are considered even legal, all right? Not to mention an emergency, how the hell are you supposed to get out? It's cut off on both sides, only open on the top. So the sun is baking through here all day long, and the heat just gets trapped in here. It's bricks, so the heat, it absorbs the heat. Then you have people's air conditioners going. So, yeah, it's hell. It's hell. That's the bottom line. It's hell. So that's why it is. And that's why we go, yow. Say it again, man. Say it again. The devil right here. This is like hell, man. The devil lives in here. I'm telling you. It's a terrible drawing. I have to laugh about it. What else can I do? All right. That's it. Stay cool, folks. And let's hope we don't have any power outages.